St. Joe's comes out. June Onquin.
3rd and 20.
Here we go. Throws downfield. Incomplete. And
Again, great positioning by Preston Quinn. He's in the zone. He gets deep.
They got a plan
he had a flag on the play
against St. Joe's. Extra
Personal foul, St. Joe's.
St. Joe's. So
Yep, I won't tell you the number, but he's one of the better players.
So let's see what happens over here. They're discussing the entire situation here.
Now, if it's during the play,
It would be 3rd down.
it would. Well, if they won't take it. If it's after the play, they back them up to 15 and they're forced to punt.
So they're going to punt way back. Whatever referee's walking a long way.
15 yards.
There he goes, 15 yards, ball, 25-yard line. So Fasadi's going to have to punt from his probably 15. Rodriguez is back along with Moscow.
And that was Richard Aponte walking that off.
Yes.
The referee, or one of the referees.
Nice
Good
kick.
punt.
Rodriguez will have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh,
Misses. And flags come flying in. Let's see what they're going to call here.
might have a face mask.
Could be a face mask or a shot to the head or
Well, he may have touched the face mask.
Or the back of the helmet.
Face mask.
Yeah.
I mean, he just barely touched it, but that's correct call. They're gonna look at that young man giving the.
yeah, they're gonna shot.
5-yarder.
Yeah, they're gonna give a face mask, I believe. Let's see, it'd be a 5-yarder or a 10-yarder
Let's
or a
see.
15-yarder. No, it's 5-yard.
Yeah,
We'll take A. A, B, or C? A. Well, next week we're gonna have doubleheader. WCTV will be providing. We'll be having the Westwood playing Cliffside Park. We'll be doing that Friday night, so you'll be able to see that Friday night sometime around Midnight Madness if Ricky Wojcicki can get it. And then a week from today, we'll move over to Bergen Catholic, where Bergen Catholic will take on DePaul. And that game will be seen right after we do it, around
So you'll have a
5:30, 6
doubleheader.
o'clock. You're going to have a doubleheader next weekend. Brought to you by the volunteers of WCTV who don't have a life. Watching us around the side.
That was
And
cool.
loses a yard. You want
know
to say
what?
something,
That
John?
was a fantastic play.
Conrad Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick did a great job that time, stringing out the play and a loss of a yard.
Now, Ricky Wojcicki tells me you could watch our games on the internet. You can go to our website, which is WCTV, what is it, Ricky?
.us, that's it.
WCTV.us, and go to a link there that says Ustream.
Right. Tell them to Google. Go on Google, type in WCTV.us, and up will pop WCTV.
And you can go to YouTube and catch our games. Ball is tipped. And I think it was intended for Quinn. Cardew was in the area.
I believe
Especially in a 3-step drop game, guys, you got to be able to get the defensive lineman's hands down. And they tipped that.
Yeah, that's even when you see that in the pros sometimes. They take a 3-step drop, and these guys are going in. They 6'6", 6'5". They got their arms in the air.
Got to get their hands down.
And
we'll
trying
just
to
have to ask Ricky, our camera person and technical man.
yeah.
Once you get on WCTV, there should be something you can click on, right, Ricky? There's a link automatically and go to YouTube. So
Go to YouTube and pick the game
And
you want to
that's
see.
it.
And you can watch the game, and anyone can see it. So
for your viewing pleasure.
see it around the world. They grow. Looks, throws wide of Moscow. And if anybody, a lot of times people say, can you make a tape? We want to tape the game. Want to show my father, relatives. Just have to go to our website, go to YouTube, and you can watch the game on the internet. And it's there for you anytime you want.
All over the world.
Hard to believe. Hard to believe. Us, all over the world. Moscow will kick now. Jefferson is deep. Snap comes back. Moscow, nice
That's a
kick,
great
end over
punt.
end. Jefferson will have at the 15, angles to his left.
Oh,
and is
nice
brought
tackle.
down by a nice tackle from behind.
Number 7,
Ooh, he came in shortly for that team earlier.
Greg Kunline.
Kunline.
One thing about Wayne Hills, guys, very proudful program. They're going to keep playing till this game's over, and that's a perfect example.
Well, I think we got some time here with 10:37 to go in the game. St. Joe's leads 42-14. And you mentioned something early in the game, how having the young quarterback down, Olsen down, might make this team a better team and a more dangerous team at the end of the year when he comes back. And we'll elaborate on that a little bit. Here's Wynn, and Wynn gets across the 20, still on his feet, and falls forward
Now that looked
to
like
the
a
25.
pinball machine.
Looked like a pinball machine.
The ball kept bouncing off. 10 points, 20 points, 40 points, 50 points.
Well, we'll talk about that. They have a good offensive line. They have a very, very good receiving core. The running backs, Rodriguez, Schiller, Hogan, are very good. When the young man comes back, the senior comes back and takes his position, and he brings that level of the quarterback play, the offense only has to get a lot better.
Yeah.
And they've got these other kids who they depended upon, so they'll be willing and they'll be able to be put in situations. So it's just going to be a stronger team. There's a mix-up in the backfield.
But the young man, the freshman, did the right job then. Berdrado, that's when you take a hit. Yeah, you know what, as a defensive coordinator, when he plans a game plan against, say, Wayne Hills, when the Olsen comes back, and you know it and I know it's difficult because they have great running. He's a tremendous quarterback. He can run the ball. He can pass. He's one of the most accurate passes in the country.
Well, the best teams have the ability to beat you running and throwing, and right now they're
And you
they're
have to choose.
one-handed, so to speak, and
Right
working
now
on
it's
the run
easier.
game.
It's
Right.
easier.
It's easier to defend.
And they
Defense.
ran against a very good defensive team. And the score shows only 14 points, but their running has been
Well, you had a couple
very well.
interceptions that
Right.
Yeah.
they were going in for a score and it went the other way. So it's
Right.
a 14-point swing like we saw at Bergen
Right.
and St. Joe's last week with Fasadi took it to the end zone.
Tell you
on
what,
that strip.
the interesting game before Olsen comes back, before Kevin comes back, will be the Pascack Valley game. That's going to be Pascack Valley high rated, and Wayne Hills going to give them all they want.
Absolutely, because he may be back by then.
He might be.
We can check our schedule, but I think he's got at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think they're targeting maybe weeks 7, 8.
Amazing what they could do today with the way medicine is.
Look at his pulling
Well,
guard
that
here. Look
going,
at this. Look
looking,
at this.
pulls it down. Now he wants to run. Stays on his feet. Gets to the
First
30,
down. How's that for the
9-yard line, first
freshman?
down. Very nice.
Watch if Rob Stern goes over and gives him a pat. Yeah, he puts the arm on his shoulder. Said, "Thank you very much, young man."
Bravado. What a,
Smart
this is
decision.
This is a lot of practice. This is fantastic for this young man to play against this team in this situation. The snaps, the looks.
And at St. Joe's, you don't see a freshman playing varsity.
Very rarely.
Very rarely. And this is only the 4th game of the year.
And that time, smart decision. Everybody was covered. Instead of throwing one up
Right.
for grabs, I'll run and I'll take what I can get.
And killed this clock. As Wynn now gets to about
no
the
game.
40 with 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go. You know, why put the ball up if you're going to start throwing it to double coverage? Run the ball, get a yard, lose a yard, but what the most important thing, give us time.
Right.
You want to get out of here with a win.
And to have that kind of poise in that game as a freshman tells you a lot about the young player.
And as a young man that made the stop that time, Trent DaCosta, number 31, a senior. So this is a senior-laden team.
There goes Wynn. Still on his feet.
Close.
And
First
falls
down.
to the first down mark. I don't know. It might be shorter. He may just have it. The ball is going to be close to the 50-yard line.
I'm watching that foot. Is it right or left?
I think he's got it.
It
Let's
looks,
see it.
I don't know. What's
Yeah.
it? Ooh, first down.
Yeah, there's the white hat says first down. Green Knight.
7:40 to go in the game.
There's the young man you were talking about. We were watching number 77 for St. Joe's coming out.
He's a sophomore, and he's a wide load there. He's
Just
big.
a baby.
A kid. He's just growing up.
Benson Israel, a sophomore, 6'2", 265.
Tells you a lot about the depth in St. Joe's program, where they could bring their second and JV team in and move the ball against a very good Wayne Hills defense.
That was Conrad Fitzpatrick,
Fitzpatrick.
a junior.
Number 25.
So Tony Carter is trying to bring in his, like you said, his JV team now to get some snaps.
You got Jeff Hildenbrand is in there at fullback, number 33, a sophomore or junior.
Boyd is the wide receiver. And
22 for Eric Moskal and 78 for Wayne Hills on the tackle.
clock is inside 7 minutes now.
And you know, we mentioned number 33 for St. Joe's. Hillenbrand carried the ball that time, so
Yeah,
this is where you get
Ke-
plenty of game condition.
James Kelly, 78, helped with the stop.
Boyd comes out to the left.
You have a new center too in there.
Yeah, they're bringing everybody in.
Everybody's in. Flaherty gets.
There
the
goes
rest
Hillenbrand.
of that.
And Hillenbrand gets banged back.
I was watching that leg. You know, once you get hit twice and you can't move, you go down. You don't want to leave that thing hanging there.
Coach Carson just signaled up for John to get in the game. They're going to put you in at
Oh,
fullback.
here we go. John goes in. Boy,
I
I'll
would
tell you
like
what.
that. I would like that little fullback
Swivel hits Francola.
doing it slop. Da-da-da-da-da.
doing the slop.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to put that DVD, that 20-second tape that of me dancing out there.
Tell me, people all
But you
over-
want to hit a compliment? Wait till you hit a compliment.
Oh, let's play this.
After the play, and I'll tell you about
I want to
the
hear this guy. I
compliment.
can't wait. I'm overthrown.
With bated breath.
Toronto.
But the compliment, somebody
ahead.
comes up to me and says,
Who said this now?
one of the people I didn't know, he said, you know, you look like, was it Fred Astaire? I said, you got to give me
Fred Astaire?
You,
You, no, John, you got it wrong. He said you look like Fred upstairs.
but Fred Astaire would have been 110.
You dance like Fred upstairs.
Well, that's
don't
what you say. That's the compliment. I said, thank you very much.
Did you
Fred
go to the
Astaire.
Fred McMurray School of Dancing?
Frank, no.
That's like when they asked Ty Cobb what 20 years after he retired, what would he have batted now? He said 360. And they said, why only 360? He said, because I'm 70 years old.
Interception right there.
Oh,
no, no
I
good.
thought he had it.
No good. So it turns over. Yeah, so John danced like Fred upstairs. And
Fred upstairs. But when I heard that compliment, I said, you got to be kidding me. He never had moves like I have.
this is true.
And you can go another day and a half on that discussion. All right.
So Wayne Hills takes the ball over as John is going to do some moves up here. He really said you danced like Fred Astaire?
I swear, it's the truth.
Was he
I'm telling
drinking before he said that?
Was there an open bar?
you. There was definitely an open bar.
There you go.
Before and after.
And he was one of your guests?
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't know the person's name, though.
That's okay. So you got somebody who's drinking your guest for free. What do you think he's going to say to you? The road has the ball. He's going around left end
Nice move right there. That's an excellent
and
move.
gets
by
knocked out of bounds to the far side at the 40.
number 13 once again. He Grote
Grote.
did a nice job.
St. Joe shuttling a lot of players in. They work hard all week on the scout team to get them in the game.
Sure, it's time to get him in.
Imagine when you sit down and ready to go to be facing St. Joe's and you bring the Grote in
Ricky
and,
June coming out.
and you have the coach start telling them about the team they're facing, St. Joe's. It just beat an 8th, 7th ranked team in the country, 38-37.
The road hands off.
First down. Nice run by
Good
number
Kuhnlein.
7.
Kuhnlein again. Kuhnlein, the senior, he's getting some carries here. And the clock continues to run.
They
as we
also
get
have a
back.
lot of running backs and players. They're interchangeable parts.
A lot of good players.
Oh, absolutely. 5:11 to go in the game. A well-played game. One key injury.
Yeah, that we just hope again that Jeff
Say a few
Farina is
prayer.
fine and that he's back quickly. And
He's a big piece, a
Yeah.
big cog of this
Good.
offense.
Outstanding
St. Joe's
player.
offense.
yep, does a lot of things for them.
A senior. Look at that. That was nice.
Kuhnlein gets to about the 45-yard line.
As the hole open, great speed for gain of about six yards.
Yeah, good burst. Last
We want to thank everyone who helped us put the game on, as usual. want to thank John. You dealt with the Wayne Hills people. Chris Olson, want to wish him all the best the rest of this year and in any future endeavor.
Yeah, I hope he's still
helped us a
coaching
lot.
someplace because
I hope so, too.
He's a great coach.
Cool
And
line
look
with a
at
big
that.
hole. And fumbles the
Fumble.
ball. The ball's on the ground. Let's see if they're going to call it down. Was he down? No, it's going to be a fumble. And St.
All
Joe's will
right,
take it over.
So now some of the St. Joe's, here comes another group of
Fitzpatrick
New players.
recovered for Joe's.
Well, number 25. I believe they're saying number 25, Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick. But now you have a lot more of the players that are in there right now. If you want to, we can pick some of them up. You got a Scott Loverich, a running back, a junior. You still have the freshman in there, the quarterback. out of here, you got what, number 30, Devin Cividini, number 13, Anthony Piccinich.
So St. Joe's calls a timeout with 4:14 to go. They're going to try to run the last 4:14 out. They lead Wayne Hills 42-14. You are watching WCTV, the All Volunteer Group from the Township of Washington. Yeah, let's continue our thank yous here. Of course, we said Coach.
That was the
Chris
quickest,
Olson.
that was the quickest I've ever gotten anything back when I asked the school. I spoke with one of the assistant coaches. I sent an email, and within the hour, I had the roster and the starting offense and defensive. So that's tremendous. And I thank him personally, and good luck. And we predicted that they should win the Group 4 championship. It will be the first year they'll be in the Group 4.
And we'll be following them.
And we'll see them down there at Giant Stadium,
Okay.
watching the game.
We'll continue our thank yous after this next play. First and 10 for St. Joe's as they take over on a fumble with 4:14 to go. And a handoff in there.
Oh, the
Helmets
now.
come
Now,
flying.
you know
out
what
of there.
happens at that? He has to go out for a play.
Yes,
the
that's
new
right.
rule. That looks
Hildebrand
like
with the
59.
carry.
Let's see. He's sent off. See?
Hildebrand with the cap. And of course, we want to thank everybody up here at St. Joe's, Tony Carthage, and the wonderful staff.
How about Judy Corker?
And we got to thank Judy Corker for listening to all of this
And-
without screaming
and the food
jumping
we-
out the window.
And the food we had to eat. I couldn't believe it.
Well, after last week up here, we're like a choir.
Oh yeah.
What are you looting?
Hildebrand again stays on his feet, gets to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. And we always enjoy coming up here. We want to thank everyone, and especially the Touchdown Club and the people up here for bringing up a couple of hamburgers and something to drink. It was a very nice touch on their part. They always very, very hospitable and nice to us.
I actually brought a tablecloth, the white tablecloth, for us to sit around and eat. In
Candlesticks.
style.
Come back-
Candlesticks.
Candlesticks.
Come on, they have chandeliers out here for us.
Candlestick.
Yeah. Here's our reporter, Pat Rice, covering his,
With his Oregon shirt.
nice shirt for Pat.
He's got, and notice where Mark Zielinski is sitting.
Mark Zawinski, yeah. Pat
On the
Rice
couch.
might find the 5th grade game to go watch tonight.
Pat watches every game as Hildebrand scores. Is that for a first down as we get to the 2:53? Pat Rice, he covers high school football for a sporting blog, I believe,
And J Varsity.
NJ Varsity. And he will tell you teams that I never knew existed in towns that have existed down by the Jersey Shore. Oh, a quick hitter up the middle to the fullback,
It's got to be a new one.
Scott Leverage.
Yeah, I mentioned him before. Scott Leveridge, a running back, 5'10", 185.
Got an injured player down here, number 55. He's injured.
And this is what you don't want to happen
No,
right
not
at
at
the
this
end of a
time.
game.
Ian.
Anytime,
Gianella.
really.
Daniel Gianello, a senior, is down and injured. We'll be back. That was Derek Bastanek, a defensive end, who's a sophomore, 6'5", 225, and they have high regard for that young man. He's a sophomore playing in a program like this.
That's a great move right there. Ooh.
Hildebrand
Hildebrand.
just chipped up. So it's going to bring up a third down as we approach the 2-minute warning. Well, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of college and pros. The 2-minute mark of the game. It's 42-14. St. Joe's leads.
Yeah, 4 minutes is usually high school football, right?
Yeah, if the clock's not official.
Correct.
St. Joe's needs one more first down to put this game away. As the Sun finally makes his breakthrough. Hildebrand will get it.
Close to a
Ball
first
close
down.
to it. Maybe a little
Just
bit
short, about a yard short.
It's all where you spot it, left or right foot.
So it's fourth
Yard
down
short.
and a yard and a half.
Well, you're going to have to let the clock run down to,
Miss Buckman in there for St. Joe's.
and right before that, you can either run it,
4th and 1.
Fourth down and 1 yard to go
you
for
give
St.
the ball
Joe's.
inside.
The ball is at the 44-yard line.
Give the ball to your back.
They do.
Oh,
He
Oh,
gets
he
bounce.
away
bounces out.
to the outside, and he falls to the 35-yard line.
Number 28.
Joel Antoine.
Joel Antoine.
Antoine, a junior, 5'11", 210.
And that should just about do it.
Now you're going to knees.
Could be one knee, and that'll be the game.
One knee, shake hands.
And come back next year. And come back next week.
You know, this made it very easy for me keeping score in the second half. There's only one touchdown by Jameson.
That's a,
A
score,
69
it's a
yard
7-0
touchdown.
game in the second half.
That's right. Well, there's the recap.
Quick recap.
The recap is one touchdown.
Corrado had to go high in there and get it. And the ball down to the 35-yard line with 29 seconds to go. That should just about do it.
Yeah, they won't need another snap.
No.
That should end it.
That should do it right now. He's trying to get in number 40 for St. Joe's. Mark Kalova. A sophomore. So, I
10
didn't see that.
seconds to go. They stay
Yeah,
in the
they're
field,
coming
and
out.
that will do
That's
it.
official.
So this game comes to an end, but in the second half, the game came down to a 7-0
7-0.
game.
So high praise for both teams, and Wayne Hills played extremely well in the second half of this game.
Tony Cartridge will go across and shake hands with Chris Olsen for the last time.
Yeah, he's still, what a great career he's had at Wayne, and there he is right there.
And they are shaking
on
hands with
Wayne
everybody,
Hills.
with Rob
And
Stern.
I hope he does coach someplace else next year because he's an outstanding coach. And
Okay, Jimmy, final word before we break it up here.
Well, just got to be ultimately impressed with St. Joe's coming off the big win last week and no hangover, and they showing why they're an elite team in New Jersey this year, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the state.
John, Wayne
well,
Hills.
Wayne Hills, I was very impressed with. Forget about the score. This is a team to be in Group 4. We predicted they'll be there and they'll win it all for Group 4, possibly at Giant Stadium. So good luck to them, and of course, good luck to the Olsen family as he proceeds to other endeavors.
So for everybody at WCTV, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game. Next week will be a doubleheader. You'll see one game Friday night will be Cliffside Park Westwood, followed by Saturday, late Saturday, we'll have DePaul at Bergen Cackler. So for Jimmy Avatable, John Francola, Vicky Wojcicki, Hyde of the studio, and the rest of the gang at the studio with WCTV, this is Lively Fury saying we hope you enjoyed the game. Again, the final score, St. Joseph 42, Wayne Hills 14. Good night, everybody.